Hello.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm so excited.
I am too. This is fun. This is going to be fun.
Okay, well, hello everybody who's listening and welcome to our The Taylor Seminars podcast. Is it The Taylor
I,
Seminars or just Taylor Seminars
I
podcast?
think we could just call it Taylor Seminars Podcast or
Okay,
the Taylor Seminar Podcast.
as you can tell, we're still working on everything, but we're just excited to give you a little preview of this podcast we're putting together.
Yeah, a little preview. A little preview. If you're listening, you probably follow Hannah on Twitter and
And
me, but
you.
you probably follow Hannah first. I'm riding her coattails, using her as clout.
I'm building the table.
Exactly. I'm using her as clout. Um, yeah, and you've probably come to some of the I would call them the preliminary podcasts, the spaces
Yes.
that we did when Taylor would drop a new variant. So we're basically just gonna do that, but in a way that it's easier to listen to.
Yeah, to share. So we'll do a little intro. I'll go first. So I'm Hannah, and I have actually not been on Stan Twitter or Stan culture for very long. I joined, I want to say like Lover was the first era where I was on Twitter, but then I created a specific Stan account during Folklore, and I have immersed myself in the world of lyric analysis and all that stuff. So obviously Folklore is my Stan album and I I enjoy everything from, I guess what are my top songs? Like obviously like All Too Well is my top song, but I'm a huge Peace Stan, Safe and Sound, Forever Winter, just such happy bright songs, but and that's why I'm so excited for the Tortured Poets department. Wow. Still can't do
It's
it.
okay. It's okay. Taylor said we could just call it poets because she's like, you guys are lazy. Um, or did she say tortured poets? Something because she's like, this is the first time I've had a long title. But I digress. My name's Exquisite. I still don't have a specific just Stan account, which is funny to me. I don't see the point in making one. All my friends in real life and online are just gonna have to deal with all of my many different thoughts I'm constantly having. But I was on the Tumblr's, like, I was all in the Tumblr streets when Taylor was on Tumblr. Rest in peace, Taylor Swift's Tumblr account. You would have loved the tortured post word. um, no, and so I've been here in the Taylor verse forever. I heard Tim McGraw on the radio. I was too young to know what I was listening to. And I was like, what is that sound? Didn't
Hmm.
enjoy it. But I would have to say, like, as far as Stan albums, I am an Evermore girly of the Folkmore twins. But I am a Midnight's Defender. A lot of people don't get the album. I was calling it as album of the year the minute it came out, and everyone was calling me crazy. But who won? Who got the Grammys? No,
It's true. It's true.
it's true. They were calling me nuts. Um,
But you were right.
I was right, and I tend to be right all the time. I don't think I've ever been wrong in my life. Don't quote me. Don't don't comment against this. Um, but let's see. My favorite songs is so hard. It's so hard, especially because it's really hard. Because for those of you who don't know, I'm currently on a Taylor fast in the
She
sense that
is.
I'm not listening to any Taylor music until we get the Tortured Poets department, and it's been really hard. But I would have to say my favorite song. I am also a Peace girl, but I'm also an Ivy girl,
Mm,
and I am a cowboy like me girl. I'm a closure doll. A lot of people don't get closure, and
I
I'm
get
here to come
closure.
to her defense. Thank you, because you're sweet nothing. Literally, basically everything on Midnights. I became a Labyrinth girl just the other day after she finally did it acoustic. Um, I don't know. It's so hard to pick a favorite Taylor Swift song. Don't make me do that.
No, that was perfect. So we just wanted to give you guys a little preview about what our podcast is going to be about. So our next episode, we're going to try to record on Fridays and then release sometime after. We're going to figure out that exact schedule, but our next one will be really fun because we are going to be talking about Exquisite's favorite album, Midnights, and how it
Yes.
really leads into the TTPD era. Yeah,
Yeah,
any
we're gonna
quick previews?
well, we're just gonna dissect that body because that's what Taylor was doing. If you abide by Midnights as a whole is just about her trying to figure out what is going wrong in her current relationship by looking at her past one. Something was dying, hearts were stopping, but we'll get into that next week.
Yes. Yeah, we'll also do a little bit about our impressions going into the release and whatever else she like starts doing for promo. If that comes up, we
Yeah,
will do
maybe
that.
we'll even talk about her clothes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Some little the hints she's been giving. Then after that, we might do another episode before the release of the album. We'll see what the schedules are like, but we are gonna not do an episode right when the album releases because we don't want to do hot takes. We want to really sit with the album. Follow us on Twitter for like any, immediate
Yeah.
thoughts, but in terms of digesting it, we're gonna wait a little, and then once maybe like the week or two after the album drops, we've kind of gotten, sunk our teeth into it. We will be doing a track by track analysis.
Yep. Track by track. So I'm sorry to the Albatross and all those. You guys are gonna have to wait till the end. But we can't say what song do you claim right now?
Me right
You
now?
haven't heard. Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good question.
Like
You literally said that, and I think LOML, we don't might be love of my life, might be something else. I don't know.
Love or My Life. We don't
Exactly.
know.
Yeah. So that one, and I think But Daddy, I Love Him. It's just fun to say. But yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
about
have
you?
got to hear, I've got to hear what Florida sounds like.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely positively have got to hear um I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Yeah.
And I need to hear the whole album. She needs to let me in, but I need to hear those two specifically. And I also want to know what kind of melody is the Tortured Poets Department, the song, gonna even
Yeah.
sound like? How do you fit that in a song?
She can do it. I don't know how, but
I
she can do
mean,
it.
she did it with the last Great American Dynasty. And I was like, how did you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Taylor track lists are always so funny because what is
and
she
this
doing?
is this is her first one where she has a feature as the first track. So I'm
I
very
know.
curious. Very, very, very curious what
She is
Fortnite's gonna
trying
be.
to set us up for something. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And I'm genuinely very scared.
Do you
Uh,
remember when you hit play for Midnight and then you heard her go, "Meet me at midnight"? And I
I
was just like,
know.
we were flipping out. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be that on a whole
I
other
know.
level.
I am like so scared because half of me expecting like the timeline just goes silent because everybody is scared. Like we've genuinely no idea for what to expect. And I feel like we know less about this than we knew about Midnight.
But
Because
in a way, we also know more
I
because
know
we know
she's
when
told
she
us.
wrote it. Yeah.
I know. We know when she wrote it. And we also know like she was and for a lot of people who maybe didn't notice this or don't watch the streams, with her surprise song choices after she would do a variant announcement, like come on. She's trying to get us to catch on to I think either sonically or maybe just thematically. And for those of you who don't believe into reading into surprise songs, I know, I understand. But when she does an album announcement,
Yeah,
she literally
especially those.
sings a song directly connected to them. She did it with both Speak Now and 1989.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm very scared because she sang would have, could have, should have. And I don't know if she did that.
She yeah, we were those Asia dates and Australia dates were insane.
Insane. I don't know why she was doing that. And again, all I can say, I am shaking in fear and anticipation, and I have no idea what to expect. And I'm like, trying to like look at her clothes, but she's only done one official thing since, and that was the Grammys, and she was wearing like a wedding dress vibes. So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Very not subtle, but also we don't have like we need a few
We
more
don't have enough
points.
information. Shout out to Sarah at T Swift Style.
I know. I know
Where
she's gonna be working overtime as soon as, she starts going out more. And anyway, so
Yep.
yeah, please join us if on this conversation. We've already been having a hashtag for our Twitter spaces, hashtag TTPD seminar. So yeah, if you have any questions, you want to, ask a question, throw in some comments, please join us. We'd also like to thank Aleph for this beautiful imagery
Yes. I
podcast.
know.
Please follow him. It's
Talent.
at Aleph Vernon, ALEFVERNON. You probably have seen his
Yeah.
art.
You
Like,
absolutely have. And support his Patreon because
yes.
he's cooking over there. And nobody else can make me cry about personalized, personified albums like him.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense, but it
No,
works. And I'm very like excited for how he's going to add to his Tay realm. I'm
universe.
scared. I'm scared.
And if you would like to also contribute music to this podcast, we don't really have intro, outro music. So if you would like to do something acousticy, Taylor-y that is not Taylor, so we don't get copyright striked,
Yep.
hit us up, send us a DM. Um,
Yeah. Also, follow us on our Twitter. I don't know how you would have found this if you don't follow us on Twitter.
oh, that's right.
But if you don't, you can follow us at what is mine at?
Ex
At exquisite WIL.
don't you have two L's?
Is it two L's? It's something.
Yeah, actually, you probably
Oh, it
don't.
is.
Yeah,
It is
two L's.
WILL.
Mhm.
Exquisite Will.
Yeah.
Which one of my friends just recently pointed out. They're like, Exquisite Will what? And I was like, what? I wasn't thinking of Will as the word. I was thinking of like as my last name. But yes. And then follow Hannah.
At Sipping August. I was trying to make a really cool pun when I first joined Stan Twitter, like, oh, like August sips away. It's like sipping August. And then now I can't change it to like, because everyone's like, why don't you do something with peace? And I was like, it's too late. I've laid in my bed. But I will say August, someone did a tweet like, what's your favorite like production wise Taylor song like ever? And I would actually say like I think August is one of my favorite Taylor Swift productions. So I'm
It's
very
like
pleased with my choice.
it isn't like insanely produced. No one, it comes back around every August. It's going to be an eternal hit that was
Yep.
never a single, like Cruel Summer, which is just not leaving the chart. That's a
Yep.
song that's a forever song. My favorite produced song, see, this is also hard. And I think it's going to have to go to Would Have, Could Have, Should Have, or The Great War. Uh,
Mm,
yeah, I don't know.
those are
This is
good.
hard.
That first
Shout out Aaron.
Yeah, and this is a perfect way. So to wrap it up, let's just leave it on like a fun, like not cliffhanger, but like ask a question. Like, how much do you think Aaron is involved in this album? Because that's what the question everyone's asking. So I personally think that he is very involved. I think he's gonna be on like
I
multiple
think
tracks.
I see him on at least 80% of it.
Ooh, oh, that's
I know.
high.
Like I don't think it's just him by himself. I think she may have like reached out to some other producers, but because of the vibes I get from this album, which I will not go into, I think it was
Yes.
very, yeah, I'm not going to get into it yet, but I think it was very, there's a certain things she can get into with Aaron that she doesn't necessarily tap into with Jack. And I'm not talking about musically wise, I'm talking about like thematically. And if you go and look at production credits, if you want a hint at what I'm saying, you can do that. But there, and I feel like those themes are going to come through really heavy on the tortured poets department. That's
Yep.
why I'm scared. That's why I'm very scared.
If that comes true 80% Aaron, there will be many, many happy Swifties out
Which
there.
is leave Jack alone.
Yeah, but I think there might even be songs that have the three of them. Like Ivy
That's what
was
I
the three of
think.
them, Betty was the three of them.
That trio
Yeah.
is gonna be. I really truly think it's like when I say 80% Aaron and I say not by himself, I do think like their trio slay is
I'm here for it.
But no, once again, I think we should all be scared. The heavyweight champ is coming to beat us all up, and it's very scary.
Just a couple more weeks, man.
As of recording this, we have 18 days.
Yes, so we are recording this on a Monday. We are going to try to drop this in the next day or two. And then, as we kind of alluded to earlier, we're going to be recording on Fridays, trying to upload it latest Tuesday, Wednesday, but we will find our rhythm. So you guys will find it with
Yeah.
us. It'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll be flexible.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for our little sneak preview, and we hope to catch you guys soon.
Yes.
We'll come up with a
Okay,
clever
bye. We'll
catchphrase
think of
next
an
time.
outro later. I don't know what yet.
All right. Bye, everyone.